Okay. What do you think, Kevin?
I concur.
No, I predict that in 2027, the political climate in Michigan is going to be much better.
Yeah, play it again. What's up, guys? Welcome to Single Land Podcast.
I really like that intro, though, Kevin.
Yeah, it's good until it plays twice or it doesn't play at all.
I got lines in front of my eyes, or is that just something?
I think that's something.
On the monitor?
Yeah, that's something on the monitor.
Looks like I got some sweet shades on.
No, it was because it was. Yeah.
So we're back.
Yeah, we're back. It's been up forever. I mean, years this season, like
2 weeks. We did skip last week for no reason, just because.
Oh well, I was out with. I had stuff to do.
Was it you or me? I think it was me. And
it was
like,
you.
yeah,
It was you both times. I just was down with
you
it.
Were like, okay, cool. Yeah, and then we were here 2 weeks ago. It's just the two of us. Actually, that was a pretty good show.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad show at all. We already got somebody in the chat. Prince Red 4. Greetings from Wayne County.
That guy. Well, welcome to the Stick to the Plan podcast. Kevin, no guest today. See, right here in the chair.
Well,
empty chair. They can't see. They can't see.
Hold on.
It's an empty chair.
There it is. Yep.
No.
Nobody.
No guys. But this guy right here, bring it back up.
Damn it.
See if it works. Bring it back up. This guy right here.
Yeah.
He was in this chair Saturday. For the Under the Oaks podcast.
Okay, yeah, and that will come out Wednesday. That show
that comes out Wednesday.
By the way, that guy was it's Mark Ashley Price.
Oh, okay, yeah, that guy.
He usually watches on Facebook, but he happened to be on YouTube.
He likes the podcast.
Yeah, he
does podcasts all the time.
I noticed he liked he's liked just about everything you posted the last couple of days. So that's awesome.
Kind of cool. Although I don't think it worked that well for him, but I thought it was a good idea. And I thought, well, it'd be good for us, but the Livingston County, the Right Side podcast. Yeah. So the podcast Deb Drick does for Livingston, she didn't have a guest, and she says, we're going to do a call-in. And you called her phone, and they had a microphone put up to it, and you would call in and be part of the show. And so I just happened to stumble across it. Of course, Mark Ashley Price, right? Was in the chat, and no one was calling. And she seen that I was there and encouraged me to call. Right. So I called and we talked for a few minutes, and it was kind of cool because it's like being on the show without being on the show.
Yeah. No pressure. It's more like radio.
And then I hung up. I was the first calling, and then I had pork chops to tend with on the grill and stuff.
Right.
And I kept going back. I don't know if anybody else called in. I'd have to assume, Mark, let us know, did anybody else call in for Deb's show? If you can answer that in the chat, would be great. Because I kind of thought it was a good idea. But
here's the deal with that. I've tried calling shows with my other shows before, and first of all, no one ever calls in.
Yeah.
Even if you have a lot of people. But second, if we were to do it, we would not be holding our phones up to the microphone. I have a way to do that. They could call in and you would.
No, and I don't know how she did it.
She might have just used the Google number like I did.
No,
I would.
I called her number.
Oh yeah,
and then I was just on the show.
I don't know how unless she's routing it through. But that's that's even backwards.
I have no idea.
But, I've tried it with my other shows, and it just even Rumble actually has a new feature in their back end where you can call in when really all you do is it gives you a link.
Yeah. And
then you push the link, and then if your microphone's hooked up to your computer, or your phone, or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody called in other than me or not. I don't even remember the topic her and I talked about.
One woman also called in as well.
Oh, yeah. So, all right, she had a couple.
Hey, yeah, that's good.
She's got more people in her chat than we do.
Mm-hmm.
We are a very popular.
Our replays are high. Our live
replays are low. Now we're here at 2:00 in the afternoon. She is at 7 in the evening on a Tuesday.
Well, see, the weird thing is I do better at 2:00 in the afternoon with my other show than I do at 6:00 on Mondays because I do this show and then I do that show. 6:00 on Mondays, it's kind of a crapshoot, but usually it's low viewership. But my 2:00 every day,
wow,
kill it.
I don't know what the difference is. And then she jokingly but seriously claims that the people that are in our chats are mean. And her people.
That was because one time one of the viewers,
was it Lance or something?
No, it was Roy Rapp, who is a viewer for all of my shows. Sure. He lives in Arizona. He thought that she was up for election. She was running for something, and he asked something very pointed, then got frustrated because she wasn't talking about her campaign. And I even though I corrected him in the chat, no, this is what she is. And then she happened to see that. That's when she asked me, are we going to talk about the chat? I'm like, no, because it wasn't anything important. And then at the end of it, she's like, well, they're really mean. And I'm like, yeah, because they're not kissing your ass.
She's like that.
I mean, it's what it is.
I'll be hanging out with her and other county chairs and committee people July 8th. At a winery.
Oh, is that the one up in Stockbridge?
Yeah. So, and we'll pull this up later. Chris updated the website, jxngop.org. We'll get yesterday because Saturday when we recorded the Under the Oaks podcast Saturday, it wasn't updated.
I remember.
He'd been busy preparing and getting down to the Juneteenth celebration downtown Jackson. Yep. By the way, Kevin, extremely well attended.
I believe it.
All the people that manned our booth enjoyed every minute of it.
Good.
Like they're claiming the best outreach we've done ever.
Hey.
And
good.
Now every one of them that participated in that, it doesn't matter how many times I've told them.
Yeah.
We've been down there before.
Right.
With good outreach. But that's great news. Chris talked about wonderful food, wonderful music, and a good time held by all.
Good.
So I leading up to that, I was texting with Vice Chair Farage, Mike Farage. He's the ethnic vice chair for the Michigan GOP. And I was like, hey, are any other counties or districts doing a Juneteenth celebration or participating in a Juneteenth celebration? And he, in frustration, indicated no. He'd been talking forever that we need to be more involved, that he thought we were the only ones that he was aware of that were even participating. I then since found out that Kalamazoo, I think, did their own. They had Linda Leave Tarver and some people. They did their own. You know, Kevin, we considered doing our own at the same time the city of Jackson was doing theirs. We are downtown Jackson.
Yeah,
so where those
right around the corner.
Where those celebrations are, we would just be like a couple blocks away.
Yeah.
We're going to do them here in the parking lot of the Commonwealth Center and do our own. Because I've always picked up on, I haven't been one in a couple of years, but the way they advertise it, they've kind of turned it into a DEI event.
I think it's always has been
Get
that way.
this. Chris tells me yesterday, not at all. Very, very just festival. But if I recall right, they used to do a something at the Michigan Theater that I didn't think they did this year.
And Michigan Theater's had its own issues with the board and all that stuff. So
maybe that
it's probably a little disorganized.
But no, everybody talked wonderful about it.
That's good.
So I'm super duper happy that it went well, and a lot of, there's a lot of effort that goes into loading your table in the tent and all that, and going down and setting up.
Wrapping the water bottles.
Thank you, Kevin.
Judy
wrapped all those.
I thought about that when I first saw them in the hallway. I went, "Ooh, that's a lot of work."
Judy has spent the last couple months in spare time peeling the labels off water bottles and putting Jackson GOP stickers on them. Because we gave away free water.
Yeah.
Now,
how many did you give away? Do you know?
I don't know.
I'm curious.
I forgot to ask. I think they would have told me if they ran out. But I don't see the bin here. I told Karen today, I says, we need you to just keep wrapping water. We have tons of stickers. And anytime you grab a bottle of water here, one of our events or anything we do should have a Jackson.
Any of the volunteers that have a little bit of free time, throw it on there. I mean, it only takes a second.
Jackie's in there now. I'm sure Jackie would put some stickers on.
Well, I mean,
so anyways, I'll get that. We give away free water.
By the way, Mark Price has said, thank you for acknowledging Juneteenth is really important.
Yeah.
The Republican Party has a lot of ties with the Juneteenth, which is true. Something that I've just not thought about, but until recently, the fact that like Juneteenth is not like a giant Republican Black person celebration. It's a huge historically significant event.
Yes,
that has a lot to do with Republicans.
So right, because you take July 6, 1854, when and why the Republican Party was created, right here in Jackson, and then way after that, after the Civil War and the slaves were free, they didn't have internet, they didn't have telephones,
they barely had mail.
Troops had to go physically and free the slaves, and the last batch of them was in Texas, and that created Juneteenth.
Yeah, and the thing is like, I just laugh of like,
it ties into us.
How mad do you think that A, the slave owners, and B, the slaves were when they finally got to Texas?
They'd be like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah. The slave owners are like, "No, get off our property."
The slave owners.
Yeah, and then the slaves are like, "Wait, we're what?
Free? We don't even know what free is."
For the last 18 months.
If you've never experienced freedom, you might not know what freedom is.
Yeah, many of them hadn't at that point because it was so deep into slaves originally getting here. They've never been free, so they're like, "What does that mean?" They're like, "So we have to leave? Where do we live?
How do I eat?
How do I eat? Where do I live?
So
who's going to beat me?"
Diminish the horrors of slavery, but not all slave owners were physically abusive and horrible to their slaves. I'm not saying there were the ones that
were ones that were really bad, but the thing is it's come out, and a lot of times it keeps getting squashed. Most slave owners were pretty civil. They're pretty, for
provided housing, provided
healthcare. They took care of them, everything.
Food.
Yeah. Because most people didn't own 500 slaves.
That's right.
They might have owned one or two in their family.
Right. And then, you see the horrible stories of breeding a male to make more slaves.
Right.
That happened, and that's horrible. But most slave owners allowed them to start families.
Absolutely.
And
encouraged it
or in the house. So my point to bringing that up is you could be a slave in Texas and you'd be like, well, I don't even know where to go.
Yeah, well, I don't think
I gotta eat.
Any of the slaves.
Some of them probably stuck around their slave.
Most, and that's the other thing is people forget most slaves did.
Now you got to pay them.
Well, you don't have to, but you got to figure out they got to do the work. Yeah, but that's like you said before. It's especially towards the end of it when this was multiple generations of slaves. Now, not only did they not know, their generations before them didn't know what to do.
Have no idea what freedom.
And so I can only imagine. Like, it's weird to me to wrap my head around how that felt and what they had to do. And it's tough. I get it. It's not like we hear about every slave got an acre of land and a mule. Right. Well, even if you gave them that, they wouldn't know what to have done with it.
They should. They know how to farm.
Yeah, but they don't.
Not all did. Some just lived in fancy houses,
right?
And cleaned the house or mowed the grass for their owners.
Well, me and you know how to farm.
Not all of them were on farms.
Me and you know how to farm in theory, but if you gave me an acre and a mule, I don't know what do I do from there.
What do you feed the mule?
Yeah,
till it grows.
I don't till it grows.
Till your crops grow.
Oh, I thought you meant till the mule grows. I'm like, what do you think mules grow up to be, horses or something?
A baby mule?
Yeah, like a mule is tiny and then it just grows into a horse.
Anyways.
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you for the Jackson GOP volunteers for going down there on a beautiful day.
Yeah, it was a great day Saturday. Fantastic day.
Doing the Juneteenth celebration. That's wonderful. We'll do it more. I think we've missed the last 2 years. We've been down there in the past. The only reason not is lack of volunteers.
Yeah,
we are not only are we financially a poor county county party, we do this with volunteers. If I say 20 people do the work, I'm stretching it.
I don't think 12. I don't think from my side I could even name.
And I'll tell you,
5. Well, I could probably 5 or 8.
I exaggerate this a little bit, but a good majority of those 12 are senior citizens.
Yeah.
Doing all the damn work.
Yeah, well,
so it is a volunteer organization. I think Corrine and Chris and that group, they're dedicated to whatever needs to happen. So
yeah,
God, they went down there and did that. What else happened over the weekend? I haven't been on the pontoon too often, Kevin. I think 4 times.
Really? Well, you had motor issues for a minute,
It's been just not good lake weather.
Yeah.
It's good fat guy weather.
It's been chill. It's been very chilly.
It's great fat guy weather.
I love it.
But a day on the lake, you need 85.
I agree.
Little teeny bit of humidity. It just in the wind.
The wind's been bad. Yeah.
Where is all this damn wind coming from?
I don't know.
But we went out Saturday, and it was the first that I had been over to Round Lake. Round Lake Park. It was busy over there.
I say, how's that channel?
Good, because water levels.
Okay, because you never know.
Kevin, I have very few problems with that channel from Center Lake to Round Lake. You know where the problems I have is the channel from Center Lake to Price's Lake.
Really?
And yes, it's an easy navigation.
Never used to be like that. But...
You know why? Every time I come out of there, I got slime on my intakes. Yeah. And I got to brush it off.
Yeah.
Or my motor gets hot. I don't have the slime problem going over Round Lake. But you're right, Round Lake, it's sometimes trees and stuff.
And if you don't know the navigation of that, even getting to it could be treacherous.
You better go with someone else first.
Yeah,
because you're going to take a left, and you don't want to take that left.
Either that, or you're going to hang a hard. You're going to take a hard right heading towards it, and you're going to shear a pin, hit a stump, and wreck your motor.
Stay in the middle is stump free. The problem is when a boat's coming in.
You know what's funny? The middle used to be the no-go.
Yeah, you're all good. Stump, the boat's coming at you. There could be some of that weird driftwood in the way.
Yeah,
get in the weeds.
Hug the island.
Yeah. But Round Lake was beautiful. The park was packed.
I forgot about the park over there.
That's why we went there.
Duh.
First I've been over there.
Well, you would have went over. If you went over there, you would have went to that park anyway.
Whether the township owned it or
exactly.
Not.
We always used to.
It just didn't utilize.
That's good.
It was even the Kurtz family had a get together over there. So there's 100 of them right there.
Oh yeah, and that's just the immediate family. That's not even cousins.
That's right. So, but they were there doing a thing. I didn't know they were going to be there, believe it or not, but they were.
That's good.
And then I went to the first Music in the Park at 5th Street a few weeks ago, and the Porta Johns were horrific.
Really?
Okay, I'm a guy. I just jump in and I go real quick.
Yeah.
No. It was bad.
Oh,
so
were they left over from the car? Oh, that would have been before the car rental.
A formal complaint.
Well, yeah,
and
the people,
right? That listen, since the my suggestion was, and I think they must have taken me up on it. Since the Music in the Park is every other Thursday,
right?
Lester Brothers, who owns the Porta John business. Who we give a lot of work to, needs to clean them on Thursday mornings.
Yeah, that's
and then not only
reasonable.
You're doing two things: in case there's a music in the park,
right?
And you prepare them for the weekend. You go on the weekend with them, relatively nice. No toilet paper, no hand sanitizer. They're a hot mess. So I go into the Porta Johns at Round Lake Park. They were wonderful.
Really?
I almost hung out there.
Well, I wouldn't.
No, they were. So I think they're cleaning them on Thursday.
It makes sense because they have at least one Porta John there all the time now, right?
Well, you got for some reason I think You have to have a handicap. So there's a handicap and the regular one.
Okay.
Both parks all the time.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, here's the problem with Fifth Street. Hokies hang out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think about actually, just like for me, one time, a couple of times, I've been cruising through Center and had to use the bathroom and zipped in there and used the porta john. I'm sure that happens a lot.
You do get probably, sure. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, I was like, oh, I got to go.
Construction workers, the consumers guys.
Exactly.
The police.
Or just
why not?
Just right normal people. And I don't, I know enough people around there. I could go in anywhere to go to the bathroom, but real quick.
Right. And so, anyways, there's a little bit more of a challenge on Fifth Street where it is around Lake. But I was pleased that things were decent. Now, Leone Township is spending, I think it's $28,000 on, I forget what they call it, but it's a fancy porta john that you own and you put on a slab, and then you have the porta john companies come and clean them, and there's vents. There's nice vents. They're just nice. The roadside parks have them now.
Okay, I think
I've got one over on Parnell Road at the park over there. So nicer permanent porta johns are coming.
Well,
we're not putting in a regular bathroom because then you got to pay people to clean it and stuff.
Yeah, well, you still got to pay people to clean your permanent one.
They did over to the baseball field. They ripped the sink right off the wall.
Oh yeah, that's pretty typical.
That's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, that's what you do at parks, right?
Everybody's up in arms. I can't believe it. That's what kids are supposed to do.
I'm just waiting for. Yeah, it's gonna happen in the permanent ones anyway. That's the problem with owning a permanent one.
Don't do it. Permanent ones, you got to shut them down in the winter.
You remember there used to be bathrooms at that park.
That's right. Vandalism. Shut that down.
Yeah, I remember.
You used to pee in the trough.
Yeah, you sure did.
Old school trough.
Yeah.
Lined up there with a bunch of fellas.
I bet you those bathrooms are still in there. They just don't use them.
Yeah, they shut them down.
Yeah, they shut them down.
Yeah, when I was running for township treasurer that I lost, I painted that.
Yeah, I would say that was
for community outreach, trying to, be
nice. I just remember one day, just the bathrooms just weren't there. I mean, they were always there my whole life. Then one day they just weren't.
Are they? Right, they don't.
They're there. Yeah, they're there, but you couldn't.
I don't know. Why don't we tear them down? That'd be the slab that we need to put the new fancy porta john on.
I think you need to ask your work buddies.
Oh, jeez.
That seems like a them thing.
What was I thinking? Oh, I've had several complaints at Fifth Street about the goose poop.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do?
Lines that sidewalk.
What are you going to do?
And I'm like, it's a park, okay?
On the lake. Where there's geese.
You really shouldn't be barefoot anyhow.
Yeah, have you ever heard of the term, shitting like a goose?
Yeah.
Well,
someone asked, can the fire department come down and hose that off once a week? And I'm like, yeah, they got fires to fight and crime to go chase.
Sounds like it would be fun for them. Like they'd want to.
But the DPW guys, that we just added a guy last summer because we got so much grass to mow now. I was thrilled about that.
Yeah.
We gave them the old fire department grass rig to water the flowers.
I'm
thinking they should stop by there once a week and take 15 minutes.
Yeah, I was saying it would take maybe a half an hour,
if that.
I
don't know.
They're gonna have acid anyway, so
I know they're very, very busy all day, right, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm sure that they just cannot fit in the goose poop cleanup.
Can't squeeze it in. Our DPW makes pretty good money. They're in the low 20s. You don't have to know anything. You just show up and drive around and mow the grass.
I found out through Matt that's pretty actually becoming more and more typical for just general lawn care landscapers. 22, 25 at the is good.
And if they're anything like the township hall employees, you work 36 or 7 hours and get paid for 40, and you don't work on Fridays.
Oh,
DPW might work on Friday though.
I was saying I might apply for the DPW.
Check this sweet gig out. The wife, she had the Juneteenth off, but she's already off on Friday, right? So she got paid to be off.
Oh, that's fuck.
All right. So this morning I get a email from our township supervisor who doesn't do email.
Really?
It says, hey, Russ, can you help me out? I'm about ready to walk in a meeting and I need you to do this, this, and this. Respond to email. And I'm like, someone's hacked the supervisor's email.
What?
I don't know what's the point of that because he don't do email. And Sarah's like, you should call him. Okay. So I call. It's 9:00. No answer. All right. So I call the administrator. No answer. Then it hit me. So the township office is closed Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Since they're already closed on Friday, they get Juneteenth off paid today.
Oh.
4-day hookup. Oh. That's the benefit for working from the township.
Uh-huh. It's not bad. Well, working for any government, really, yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
I mean, they work for the post office, same thing.
No, they're probably delivering mail today, though. You got paid for not working on Friday.
Yeah.
You got paid for not working on Friday, but they're at work today.
Yeah. So I mean, there's other holidays where they get Friday and Monday off.
Let me tell you, the wife, she's got a lot of holidays off paid. But that takes it a step farther right there. Enough of that.
Yeah.
Fireworks coming. All right. So we have a stream next Monday. Then we go into the 4th of June.
Yes. Next Monday is the end of June. So yeah, because Wednesday is the 1st.
Oh, is this Wednesday?
A week from Wednesday.
Don't rush it, right?
Yeah, don't
rush.
God no.
Next thing you know, we're shoveling snow.
I ain't shoveling snow, but I'm walking in it.
Walking and driving in it. Shit. But Kevin, let's talk about a data center problem.
Yeah, let's talk data centers.
I think that's a good one.
I think it's a good one.
All right. Data centers are knocking on every municipality's door.
Every single one.
To some degree.
Yeah. And I think actually probably to just as much of a degree in any, especially rural ones.
So I know they're knocking on the door in Leone Township, but we unanimously, that means me too, voted a moratorium for a year.
Right.
Till we decide how to deal with it.
Uh-huh.
But what people need to realize is we cannot, by law, straight up outlaw them, ban them. We can't say you can't come here. We have to designate where they can go. So our planning commission is trying to figure that out, and they'll bring it to the board and we'll approve it. I'm just telling you right now, as of right now, unless you change state legislation, you cannot outright ban them. Okay. But you can do this 1-year moratorium.
Right.
The Republican state senator and a Republican state House representative, they have a protest on the Capitol lawn tomorrow to put a statewide moratorium out, claiming it's bipartisan. It's not bipartisan.
No, man.
And I think it's a horrible idea.
I think the data center issue on both sides is bipartisan.
I think so.
I think there's a lot on either side of the aisle for and against. But I think at the end of the day, that makes them sound like they're all getting together and holding hands and singing Kumbaya, which is not the political climate, in Michigan especially.
Is they kind of screwed the Republicans over on this idea and introduced their own legislation last week that puts on pretty decent guardrails on data centers without the 1-year moratorium. The Dems, looks to me, they don't want to step on local control. That's my problem with a statewide moratorium, is it takes away local control.
Right. Very good point.
I look at it this way, Kevin, just like my complaint with Axe My Tax. Remember, you're giving control to the state and taking control of the money away from the locals. And I've never known state government to ever manage anything correctly or do anything right.
No, that's usually...
You're better off, your locals that you can, we're not all the smartest guys in the world, but you at least get a hold of us and say, hey, I think you're screwing up. Good luck getting a hold of a state senator.
Oh, yeah.
So anyways, I don't like the idea of a statewide moratorium. More municipalities need to put their own moratoriums up unless they're prepared. And that's where I'm leading into a township in Michigan that sounded like they were prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Lyons Township.
Yep. We talking about before the show.
That's right. It's in Oakland County. I don't know where Lyons Township is.
I've never even heard of it, but
I'm sure I've driven through it.
I'm sure it's spelled with a Y. L-Y.
I think it is.
Yeah.
So
like South Lyon?
If I got this correct,
a
handful of years ago, their township decided they were going to build an industrial park in their township to encourage manufacturing, retail, tech, and data. Okay, that's before this data center thing was coming up. Yes, we're going to build this industrial complex. Now, in order to zone it and do this correctly, there was public hearings and all this stuff leading up to it. And I'll guarantee you no one showed up because no one gave a shit, right?
Yeah.
Every community has an industrial park. We have one where we live, Kevin. That's what you do.
Yeah. That's why industrial parks exist.
There might have been some pushback. I bet there wasn't, though. And anyways, an industrial park was born. And currently there's a machine shop and a distributor and retail, whatever.
Yeah.
People are building in the industrial park. And then I don't know how much property is available, but all of a sudden a data center company comes in and says, we want to take this 137 acres and we want to put a data center there, 5 buildings, data related.
Right.
So the township says, all right, cool.
Yeah, that's what they're hoping for. Yeah.
That's why we built the darn thing, right? And they, go ahead, whatever you need. And so they start the process. And of course, the pitchforks come out from the community members who are madder than heck because data centers are going to kill us all.
Yeah.
And they're going to spy on us and all those things that you and I also worry about.
Yeah. Well, stuff that we worry about, but also we talked about this last weekend when at your place. We were talking about data centers, and I mean, I felt the pressure of actually coming up with a actual opinion on them because I see the good, I see the bad.
You worry about the surveillance.
Well, the surveillance.
I do.
Yeah, I'm. The surveillance state is a
but
problem.
You wrapped your mind around it.
It's a problem, but it's a problem that we're already too deep into. My big thing about data centers, just a little side shoot, is that if we don't put them here, Ohio and Indiana is going to put them. They're already doing it.
Or I was talking to Karen Wooten today. Canada. You don't want Canada controlling our data.
Yeah.
You can't trust them.
It's not even about controlling data at that point. It's about the loss of tax revenue.
It is.
And because you know what, these companies don't care. They would prefer, but they'll go to Ohio, they'll go to Indiana, they'll go to Windsor.
The 1-year moratorium will just cut Michigan out on the huge investment of data centers, and they will locate them in other states.
Absolutely.
And we will miss the boat like we missed the boat on a lot of things.
We constantly.
But I want to be clear. They need to be. We have to be careful and appropriate and of where and how they go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't want them next to the neighborhoods.
Yeah.
I don't want them consuming farm land.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I agree.
There's a lot of reasons for that. And I think Saline, Michigan got screwed. Not screwed. They're getting paid. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. And the thing is that I think that boils down to people didn't show up to those meetings.
Oh, tell after the fact.
Yeah. Until it's a problem. We just had a familiar human in the chat. He came in. He said they need to monitor us 24/7 for our social credit score.
Yep.
Which here's the deal. They already are. Everywhere you go, you're being monitored.
Digital currency.
And he's talking about the jobs. They claim they bring jobs, but a data center only needs
they don't claim.
Right. But we talked about this for 5 years. Every single contractor in a small town is
that's right.
Paid.
They don't claim they bring jobs.
No.
They bring 50, 60 jobs.
Yeah, we have claimed they bring jobs, and they're like, wait a minute, whoa, we've been very clear
to that.
Yeah,
but jobs they do bring, and I know a guy, a skilled union tradesman who's working on the Saline data center right now.
Yep.
He might be able to milk that out till retirement.
Yeah, he probably ain't got
it's
much to worry about.
3 to 5 year gig.
Yeah,
So and then okay, once it's up and running, I wish it employed more people too. But once it's up and running, do you know? Your HVAC and your plumbers and electricians and all that will have to do work in that place forever.
Yeah, it'll be
Fosgate Electric, they could probably just do it for the rest of their life.
Yeah, well, honestly, even if it's not the rest of their life, say it's a 5 years for the development.
Pick the 5.
5 years for a small town, independent contractor of any type, the concrete guys we've talked about, stuff like that. That's huge. That's all they're going to be able to do.
It is.
It's not like, we're fighting for jobs.
They don't claim they bring jobs.
No.
So that's a lie.
Yeah. It's like I said, that's what whoever.
I'm going to give an example.
Yeah.
People don't realize that we have right here in Jackson manufacturing that is sucking a lot of utilities.
Oh my God, yeah.
There's a heat treat on the west side of town. You drive by it all the time. It's right along Ganson Street, right before it turns wild. It's called Industrial Heat Treat, right? You don't even know. It's a beautiful building. They keep it up real good.
Yeah.
It uses more energy than anything in Jackson County in its top 10.
I believe it.
So then they throw out, well, these things produce so much heat that when you drive, that it can up the temperature.
Oh my gosh,
degrees.
We saw that.
Shit.
I looked that up. That's also insanely false. I mean, when I looked it up, we have they're talking about iron plants and like steel plants. We have a steel plant here in town.
Yeah,
that generate the heat they generate makes the data center server heat
nothing.
They say 6 miles around my ass.
Now, the steel plant we're talking about employs 400 people, though.
Yeah.
So there's a difference.
But it doesn't matter. The heat, it doesn't matter if they hire or employ one person. It's still more heat than the data center.
So they often do show videos of a data center in Dogwagnayak, Michigan.
Okay, I've heard of it. Never been there.
They say it's a noisy son of a bitch, and they record it.
Oh, the one in Mount Pleasant?
But here's my thing, Kevin.
No.
The township has all the authority to contain regular noise decibels.
Yes. I looked up something a while back, but I was checking something else because I wasn't sure how what I'd heard was correct. But I thought for a while states weren't allowed to do statewide moratoriums. It's not that they're not allowed to. It's just never happened. They keep pushing them, and they go no, and they keep getting vetoed down.
It ain't gonna pass.
No. So really,
all Jim Rumstead's doing and Jennifer Warts is geeking people up more. Is all they're doing.
Well, it's what we talked about before the show. I've never seen a issue that has stuck around for as long as the data center issue has, and that's because people for and against constantly are reinventing it, and to the point of exhaustion, where
I think people have to take in consideration your best form of government, your best access for the people is locally.
Absolutely,
and let them make these decisions what best fits their community. I do know that there's some rural townships, they don't know what the hell they're doing. They you don't know. I think the state needs to maybe provide the tools and the resources to help encourage these small municipalities to create moratoriums and to help them through their planning commission, their zoning process. I think a lot of them don't know how to wrap their minds around it. Listen, I looked at our planning commission. It's just some people.
Yeah,
it's 7 people on a thing, and one of them's really smart, and the other ones, everybody's got their own things, and they're doing their best to get through it with legal advice. We can hire. We have funds enough to hire engineers and attorneys. To help us, but some communities don't have that. So I think the state's best bet is to get off this statewide moratorium thing and provide the resources and the tools to help communities handle this.
Yeah, and I think it goes through education, and especially these rural communities. You've got a lot of country bumpkins, and they don't realize that how much they every day use the data center in one way or another. All they think of is, the robots are coming to take over. Well, that's not really the way it is. Your cell phones, it's not just AI.
So, Kevin, when we record this show and then I share it throughout the week,
insane.
It's stored somewhere.
Well, I looked it up on AI. Actually, on AI, I looked it up on what the usage for that I was using data centers for, and if I make an AI picture, it's like this little tiny bit, and AI video is a little bit more. But then I asked, what about my hours of streaming? Sure. A ton of hours of streaming, and AI was like, now you're talking about the astronomical level, because you got to remember, it's not only this live that's doing it, it's storage. And you know what? Not even the storage. It's even every time you hit repost, kicking into that. Every time you click on YouTube or Rumble to repost it.
They've created a scenario to where stored data is used by everybody without them realizing how much they use it.
Absolutely.
Now, I have heard the opposition saying, okay, but we're getting by. Why is there such an explosion of data centers? Is there that much more data?
Yes, there is.
All right, because we're streaming TV, we're doing this, we're doing that. I don't think people realize how much data we're using every single day.
I had a brief conversation interaction with a gentleman when we were at the Senator Lindsay event. You were there, actually, right there when I said it, and you're talking data centers, and I was like, yeah, but nobody wants to go back to 2001 pre-high definition and waiting for your video to load and spin. And he's like, well, I'd rather go back. No, here's the deal.
Well, he's old like me.
It doesn't matter. You don't want to do that.
No, I don't. Annoys me.
He doesn't want to do that. He just doesn't realize that.
All right, we have to go back to Lyons Township.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Okay. All right. So Lyons Township. Yeah, great. A data center's coming, of course. What we were just talking about, the pitchforks come up and people all of a sudden started packing the township meetings. They never did when they were creating the industrial site, advertising for data. But here we are, packing it, matter in hell. And the township's like, we can't do anything. That's where we designated, and that's why we built this industrial park. And so all 7 township board members are being recalled.
Yeah, and that, you know what? That's unfortunate.
By the way, you can recall anybody for any reason.
Oh yeah. It would.
So they're all getting recalled.
That's the beauty of being in a democracy.
I can recall. So I can get recalled right now because I wore a blue shirt.
Yeah.
At the last meeting.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean you'll get recalled, but you could go up to recall.
All 7 being recalled, and at first the board members are like, it is what it is, guys. This is, what we approved. That's why we didn't have a moratorium, is we've got a place for something like this to come. And nobody cared then. And then, of course, it got worse and worse. And then the township board members get nerved up, and they tell the data center developer, you got to stop. And the data center developer says, we're going to sue the pants off you.
Right. And they got the money to do it.
They have way more money than the government, than Lyons Township. Even if you got money, you ain't got data center money.
No.
And so, because the pitchforks are out, the township board members stuck to their guns, and then they come up with a plan. All right. So I got to explain something. There's a difference between wastewater and stormwater.
Right.
Wastewater is the water you flush down the toilet and it goes to sewer treatment plant or whatever. They're prepared for that. They said, you know what? We're going to place a 180-day moratorium and stop progress on the data center in Lyons Township because we don't know what we're going to do, how we're going to handle your storm water.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now let's talk about stormwater. And I'm not an expert here. Stormwater is what runs off your roof, runs off your parking lot, and then you corral it with downspouts and things in your parking lot.
Right.
And that water has to go somewhere, because if it just flows out in the road, you'll flood the road and things like that. That's where retention ponds come in.
Right.
At your malls and businesses. At a Meyer is the retention pot. So anyways, they so 180 days pause because of the stormwater. Here's my opinion, the stormwater excuse. They developed an industrial park to handle anything that goes in there. Stormwater has been addressed. Okay? They already planned for that 137 acres to get developed by something. But the problem is it's data and not a heat treat or whatever it is. So there is this thing that developer says, we're going to sue you for every day that you hold us up. Well, the township's sticking to their guns because board members don't want to get recalled over something so stupid. They're doing what they were elected to do. It might not even be the board members, the current board members, that created or built the industrial site that encouraged this. When they built the distributor that's in that industrial park or the manufacturer that's already in that industrial park, no one cared about stormwater then. No one cared about pollution. No one cared about anything. Data center got them all mad. Listen, my point here is I am not in a hurry for a data center to be in my backyard or my neighbor's backyard or my constituents' backyards. But I think there's a responsible, reasonable way to provide the access. We don't have to encourage the access. You, by law, have to provide the access. So let's take it back to the township I represent. Okay? We have an industrial park. We have farmland. We have a sewer plant with 150 acres adjacent to it, zoned heavy industrial.
And that
we have heavy industrial throughout the township, 40, 50, 60 acres here. Clark Equipment Building people, any of you that live in Leone Township are familiar with Clark Equipment.
Yeah.
All that is zoned heavy industrial. Maybe they should be encouraged, not encouraged, recommended to go there. None of us want to encourage them, but if there was encouragement for every $1 billion invested in any major development, it doesn't matter if it's data centers or whatever, is about $10 million a year in the pockets of that municipality.
Right, which is huge.
So, as a board member, I can sit there and think to myself, $10 million a year?
Yeah.
We want to bitch about our roads every damn day. We want to bitch about the public safety millage that we have to pay on our property taxes or the school millage. The township would make the money. The county would make the money. The schools would make the money. Now, justifiably, people are like, you guys have already pissed away a whole ton of money anyhow. All you're going to do is piss away the extra money. Yeah, maybe. I will do my best to make sure they don't. But something's going to trickle out of it. Wouldn't it be nice to just not have a public safety millage on your property tax?
Right. Well, and you mentioned it the one weekend where it's like $1 million a year would fund the public service overall.
It's $1.2 million, I think.
Okay, yep. So it's say $10 million.
Take that off your property tax bill.
Yeah. If you take $10 million a year, that means that could fund 10 every year. Could fund 10 years of. So 5 years, you've got 50 years worth of.
You can take.
You're not paying a dime out of your tax.
A large part of that money, give it to the county.
Yeah.
And fix a whole lot of streets.
Yeah.
Without a millage.
Yeah.
Or without a special assessment, because there's neighborhoods. Corey Kennedy's neighborhood over there, they call it the Schuler subdivision.
Yeah. Yep.
They're considering a special assessment to fix their neighborhood roads. By the way, if you drive through there, it's terrible. But they're willing to pay their own special assessment over there. That would solve these problems.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. There had been an offer. We talked about it publicly in a township meeting. We did not go in behind closed doors. We talked about it right in the meeting. There's been an offer on the 150 acres next to the sewer plant. This zoned heavy industrial, we turned it down. We've turned 2 offers down.
Yep.
They went from $2.2 to $2.8 million offers. We've turned down. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I drove out there slowly because I drive through there. Everybody's familiar with the area. But I went out there, take good luck. I don't like it. I don't like the idea of a data center there. It's a little too close to where people live. It's a little. It butts up against Grass Lake. The Grass Lake people. There's a lot of development on the Grass Lake side. You got Wolf Lake people. All that. You got to be cool to your neighbors. Behind there is Durrell Trailer Park.
Which,
by the way,
we should build a data center there.
We should tear it out. If
that's me, but
they could use a data center. But there's still.
It would save us money in public safety too.
Durrell is a concern. People live back there. I don't like it, but we do have over 1,000 acres of prison property in our township.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
And you go out there, very few people do live there. People do live near there.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not an idiot here. But it's not as populated, I think, as the sewer site. The bottom line is we have to determine where we will allow them to go by law.
That's my.
Do I need to be recalled because we're following the law?
Well,
what about those poor people in South Lyons?
Yeah, well, the thing is, those poor people in South Lyons, there was a whole thing where they found an area to zone it heavy industrial, and now 10 years ago, they mentioned data or whatever. No one knew what that meant, but that's not
even 5 years ago or 3 years ago.
But still, is that still not a viable place for that?
It's a perfect place.
And you almost have to remove.
That's why it was designed.
Yeah. The other thing you mentioned, the prison property. Yeah, there's people that live around there, but it's not like they build these data centers right up on the road.
By the way, if you live out near the prison property, you already live near a landfill.
Yeah.
And a prison.
Yeah. Oh, and don't forget the important thing about that property is not just prison property, it's unutilized prison property.
I have taken a better look. If you go down Parnell Road, behind the prison wall there, someone's got some cows.
Right.
And if you get north of the prison there on 106, they are farming some of it. But if you get down Hawkins Road and all, there's no farming going on.
Yeah, what impact would it take on that farming? I think very little.
Bottom line is, I have a feeling that Leone Township is going to say, yep, we're going to allow them in heavy industrial.
And I think it should.
So that's going to put them along, potentially along 127, a little bit along 94. Yes, the 150 acres next to the sewer treatment plant, that whole section out there is heavy industrial. Marijuana grows have to be on heavy industrial. There's one or two marijuana grows out there, and then sewer plants have to be on heavy industrial.
Well, yeah.
So that's zoned heavy industrial.
Yeah. So I think that's
it's quite the dilemma that this whole situation has put board members in.
Yeah, no, and I think that's the issue. That really comes back to a bigger issue of the climate of the political realm right now. Is that's why a lot of shit's not getting done that needs to maybe get done because, well, what if I get recalled? And I understand that it's a concern. Was that a concern 20 years ago? Was that a concern 5 years ago?
Getting recalled was, but not
but not aggressively, not like it is now.
I've been through recalls before in Leone Township.
Yeah, but was it because a major business came in that provided tax revenue, and in an area that was already supposed to be there?
Right.
No, that's just ridiculous. We're in a highly litigious society.
Are bad.
Yeah, they're horrible.
Lyons Township's a perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
All right. When they put in that industrial park,
yes,
I don't know the process. There was hearings, public hearings. There was planning commission meetings with talked about in the public, published in their website. You can find when their planning commission's meetings are. Townships do not hide these dates.
No, they can't.
And then ultimately, it has to be approved by the township board, and the townships do not hide these dates.
No. Well, there's actually laws
I will guarantee you in Lyons Township, if there is 2 people there opposed to that industrial park, I'll be amazed. There could have been none.
And if there were 2 people, there's a very good possibility that board would have voted it down. I mean,
should township board members just not encourage industrial parks anymore? Not encourage any type of new development in their townships? Because that's we're all going to get scared now to do our civic duty, to create industrial park and investment in our community, because now data center are on the topic and people get so. But I will say this, Kevin. The data center developers could give a shit if we're recalled.
Oh, yeah, they don't care.
Don't
well,
care
no,
either.
But why would they? Why would they care? Honestly, especially if they think that you're going to be against them in any way,
they don't care.
No, and actually,
they don't care if you vote yes or no or whatever. They don't care.
I think I just said something that kind of rounded out the part I was missing in my head with things is we have to stop looking at it as data centers.
Right.
Why would you? Okay, let's pretend you have a block of businesses only for flower shops.
That's a lot of water.
And flower shop, and then they give you the revenue. You don't have empty buildings. You don't have blight. You don't have homeless people breaking into it. Stuff like that. Awesome. So would you block that flower shop,
Kevin?
If it's in the right spot?
If
no.
a flower shop came and they were going to take up 137 acres.
Yeah.
You know how much energy that would cost for the flower shop? Do
you
know how much water would be used for that flower shop? Massive amounts. And you know what, Kevin? You're right. No one would blink an eye that they're going to build a massive flower.
Yeah. Where were we when we went and we're looking at places that giant tomato grow?
Coldwater, because they were talking about one out in that deal.
That giant tomatoes so if it's zoned for that, and that's a huge tax revenue, I promise. Plus it's growth in the community. I mean, that is jobs. That's gonna
they do employ a lot of people.
There is that, but
that's you know what? What if
if they employed one person?
What if you go to the $1 trillion data center companies and say, hey, you're solving all these problems that people put in front of us. Water usage. Okay, we go closed loop. Energy usage. Okay, we'll produce our own energy. And they keep fixing every problem. What if they did this? We don't have 200 jobs, but guess what? We'll employ 200.
Or
we'll find something for them to do.
Yeah.
You're $1 trillion company.
Yeah. I mean,
they'll just find another reason to be mad.
But the thing is, you got to, I don't care if they're $1 trillion or if they're a $10 company, you're never going to talk a business owner into doing that.
No, that's not.
Like when you,
I don't know.
When you own the bar, it's like there was a little bit of riffraff or whatever, and the neighbors complain. I'm sure had complaints about it. If they came to you and said, hey, guess what? We'll stop complaining if you hire 50 people.
Guess you better complain.
Yeah. So you talk about these data center companies not giving a care about your recall. You think they're going to give a care about, we'll just do it.
I'm sure closed loop costs more than not using closed loop. They're willing to invest that. Mm-hmm. I'm sure giving Saline Township a brand new fire station on top of the tax revenue, they didn't have a problem with that.
Right.
So kind of what's the difference?
It's literally just a pitchfork thing where it's people need to get wild up about something.
I wish it'd all go away. I don't want a data center.
But I mean, you wish. What is a wish without a plan?
Do not believe what you read on Facebook.
No,
you have to do a better.
But yes, please don't believe what you read on Facebook, Meta.
You do have to do better
data centers.
Doing your research, and not just because you're mad. Be objective about it. What is the law that requires township boards to have to designate where they go?
Yeah.
That's the holdup. As a township board member, we're obligated. Now, yes, we can contain them, but that 60-acre lot on Fallahee Road, that might be perfect for a data center.
And the thing is, not only can you contain them, it's your job to. Do everything you can to protect the community and help the community grow. And so I think a lot of these municipalities that are like Lions, where they all got recalled, they're doing the right thing. And they're protecting the community, helping the community to grow.
They did.
And then they got shafted in the back end. Yeah. But that's just that's a whole different. That's about the political
because
climate.
Because of information that people read on Facebook.
We've talked about it for years. People that just read headlines. Because I've read some of the data center articles.
If you live in Jackson, just one day, Google the highest water users in Jackson County.
Yeah.
Number one is the prison, 1.2 million gallons a day. They don't have no closed loop system out there.
Right.
Geraldo, whatever it's called, the old Max Steel, is massive water. Consumers Energy in the Tyson Street hydro plant, millions. Sense. Now they produce their own water, but it's still coming from the aquifer.
Well, yeah, produce your own water. They're not mixing hydrogen and oxygen to make H2O.
So then they're like, okay, these closed loop are great on the water consumption, but they produce a poison that's going to kill us all.
Okay.
Now, I asked my sewer treatment guy.
Right. He should know a little bit about treating water.
What do I know about poisons?
Yeah.
I said, whatever toxins that a data center would produce in a closed loop system that would go to the sewer plant, would you be able to handle it? And he goes, I can't imagine anything that our sewer plant can't handle. That's why we have a multi-million-dollar sewer plant.
Well, it's funny because speaking of an issue that people continually forgetting about until when it was big. Now it doesn't care. Flint water.
Yeah.
I mean, Flint water is terrible. People are legitimately getting sick and dying from it. What are we doing about it? Well,
I don't know, but that new lead lines, like
does that have something to do with when they switched their water from where they're doing to Detroit, right?
They did. They went from one plant to another.
Yeah, but regardless, but my point is that that's one of those that should be a bigger issue that we're talking about, other than just data centers. Because data centers,
they're gonna go somewhere.
They're annoying. Are they lethal? Right. There is an annoying level to them. I mean, I'm not talking about the sound they make or anything like that.
Steel plant annoying?
Yeah. I'm not talking about the steel. I'm not talking about the noise after they're built. I'm talking about even the 5 years of construction. That's annoying. But short term, we're looking here. We need to look a little bit further.
Dusty Gilson is a union HVAC guy, I think, or maybe a fabricator. I don't know. And he's working on the Saline data center. He's probably can milk that one out 3 to 5 years. Might slide into retirement.
Yeah, I just thought HVAC was
union
is huge because HVAC is
constant.
Honestly, the reason why the water issue is an issue actually also has a lot to do with HVAC because it's about cooling those servers. So it's all about cooling. And so the water is necessary, needs it. But guess what? If you don't have an AC unit in there,
I reintroduced. I've met him before, but I was at a John James for Governor event at Hank Choate's farm last week. And I was able to, and it was recorded, I should have sent it to you, ask the John James a question about local control and data centers.
I think I know where it's at. I can pull it up.
Yeah, you can pull it up.
Yeah.
But anyways, something that he did say that I agree is decommission. So what's happening with some solar is they're not making it, and they just abandon the solar site, and you're stuck. The community or the farmer or whoever's stuck with decommissioning these solar panels and fixing the soil.
Right.
And you can have them sign contracts all day long on decommission. If you go out of business and file bankruptcy, you can't get blood out of a stone.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're screwed. And so John James did have a good point. What if you authorize a mega data center facility, and then one day Elon Musk puts them all out in space, and then you just got a shell of a massive building? I don't know.
Well,
that is a problem. Well, then again, we can buy it and lease it and have incubators like multiple plants like Clark Equipment. We've been dealing with that for decades.
Yeah, I think that, and you bring up a good point. But now I laugh because this is already happening with solar, something that I was yelling about 2 years ago about what about the long term? Now, I guess there's smart people out there looking at the futures of these technologies. And I don't think that the future of solar, which solar technology has been around forever, seems like, and there's no growth to it. It's the energy is the energy. Data centers, that's the biggest issue. If we stop making data centers right now, no new data centers ever, we're all screwed. Literally, you might as well go back to rotary phones.
So I see one of the positive twists right now, positive propaganda, is the advancements of healthcare that are on the horizon with the expansion of AI.
Yep. Right before the show, I was on my chart looking at. I do everything on my chart. My appointments. They ask, "Do you want a card?" No, just send it to my chart.
But no, there could be cures for MS, Kevin.
I know. Do you know how much information I have found on my MS and how to manage certain things just from asking?
So could you imagine dealing with MS 30 years ago compared to now?
You're
fortunate.
Yeah.
You're fortunate to the person 30 years ago.
Amazingly. Now, this is not necessarily AI contribution, but 10 years ago, 20 years ago, I guess, in 2002, there were 3 FDA-approved medications for the treatment of MS. All right? Most insurances only covered one of them. The other 2 were meh. Now, my Aunt Betty, Fred's wife, her father had multiple sclerosis, died in the 80s. So they were aware of multiple sclerosis for hundreds of years.
Oh, yeah.
Now, fast forward to today, or when I was diagnosed in 2023, there are now 15 FDA drugs that, so
that prove effective and approved.
And I see commercials for them sometimes.
And then at least with the access to the data that you can obtain currently compared to 30 years ago, your doctor can recommend this, but then you can do a deep dive and research yourself and say, "Doc, what about this? What about that?" 30 years ago, you just had to take their word.
And that's what I'm doing. Actually, 100% what I'm doing. I saw
you can take control of your health care a little bit easier.
I saw an ad for something because I had an issue with my every 6 month treatment. The last few weeks were really tough for me. Found a once a week self-injection. Don't have to sit there for 6 hours. And technically that's going to curb that last couple of weeks before my treatment. And the other thing, going back to data centers and AI.
They can't hardly get you in.
Yeah, it's a pain. But going back to data centers and AI is that this doctor in Jackson, Michigan is doing all this research on MS and stuff, right? Now, every doctor across the world has instant access to that same information
of his research.
And so maybe another doctor who's working on another thing goes, "Oh, well, that's the piece I was missing."
That's right.
And so absolutely it's going to advance that.
So I know a big portion of the people pushing back against data centers. I fully understand it. Well, I do understand, not fully.
Right. I don't think anyone fully does.
Many of them are jumping on the phone and accessing Gemini and Chat GPT and all that.
Yep.
It's just like the information you're getting off Facebook is generated by an AI produced graphic.
Oh, amen.
Shared on social media. Facebook, number 3 developer of data centers in the nation.
Yeah.
Using the AI to fight against AI.
And your number 1 misuser of your private information, Facebook, Meta, they've been sued for it. And guess what? They keep doing it because the lawsuits don't mean anything to them because they have so much money. The other thing I just read, because I was just doing some stuff, was one thing we forget about. Well, 2 things I think are important. First one is wake up in the morning, you check your weather on your phone.
Yeah.
All right. Second one is credit card usage.
Oh, boy.
Every time you swipe your card, and without that,
that's where the fear of digital currency comes in. Your debit card, your credit cards, and you got those hardcore people that are really scared of digital currency being required throughout our society. They're using cash.
Hey,
and I understand it. I get it. I worry about it. But I use my card more than I use cash.
Well, even if
we all do,
you can be afraid of it.
If you don't,
you can be afraid of it as much as you want. I collect a disability check. If I don't have a direct deposit,
you're not getting it.
Then I don't get it.
They ain't sending it.
And guess what? That money's digital. That's not. It's not crypto, but digital isn't all crypto.
No, it's not.
Your automatic, your direct deposits, your direct refunds, stuff like that. Those are
Kevin, go back to COVID.
Yeah.
And the truckers in Canada.
Oh.
That were violating Canadian COVID rules, which were insane, and they were gonna convoy or do and they are not under digital currency in Canada at that time or right now. Believe me, if anybody does it first, it'll be them. They were able to turn off those truck drivers' individual debit cards.
Yeah. We hear about it all the time.
They couldn't buy gas. They couldn't buy hotel rooms. They couldn't buy food.
Yeah.
They knew what truckers were doing, and they shut it off already. We're already under that.
Well, we've heard about it for years. Decades about criminals. Oh, their bank accounts got frozen. They can do that with the touch of a button.
Or track a criminal from his credit card use.
Exactly. And, Pops, I'm probably one of the biggest people worried about mass surveillance. I hate it. I hate the flock cameras. But I also understand it doesn't matter. Everywhere you go, that's not, I don't know, taking a poop in your bathroom, there's a camera on you.
There is.
You walk out of this suite. I mean, and now is that an insidious thing that's going to take me down? No.
You don't plan on beating up one of my volunteers, are you?
No. I think
maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, but you never know. Chris is no, I'm kidding. But like when the one day when you called me and said, "Hey, who did you have up in your studio?" Because the signs were knocked down or whatever. I'm like, "Dad, nobody." And you even said, "Well, we have a camera there."
We had the
raccoon. Yeah. And you're like, I was like, I was there, but it was just me. And you're like, well, we just put that camera up. We're going to check the camera. And I'm like, okay, that's fine because there's nobody else. But we found it was right.
Video of John James?
Yeah, I have it right here.
Oh, let's play that.
Okay. Yep, I had it pulled up.
The volume, the audio wasn't that great. I hope it's okay on this.
We'll see.
So I did see John James Thursday. And then when I posted this on Facebook, you ready to go on it?
Pretty much. Let me just hit I gotta make sure I turn the sound on because Facebook.
That's my big fat head with the blue shirt on. Right?
This guy, right? Hard. Oh, you probably can see it. All right, let's see. Hopefully,
it looks like Grandpa Russ.
I can't hear it though. What's going on?
You usually have an audio.
Yeah, it's a constant thing. Let's do this. I got it. I gotta get my mouse back. There it is. I'm going to have to download it and play it differently, but go ahead.
John James came to the Choate Farms in Liberty, Cement City, Michigan.
Uh-huh.
And Hank Choate is John James' guy.
Yeah.
Just to throw that out there, I posted on Facebook, me asking John James a question in a picture of me with John James. Yeah. Okay. And some people are like, oh, no, not John James. Russ, don't John James. Listen to me right here and now. I'm not a John James guy. I'm not. I'm a Mike Cox guy.
Yeah, and you've been actually really clear with that.
But I will say this. I know Mike Cox well. Matter of fact, I'm waiting for him to call me now. And I missed a call. It could have been him.
Yeah.
I've met Perry Johnson. I've met John James. I've met Eric Nesbitt. All of them. Okay. And yes, I pose for pictures. Does not mean that I endorse that candidate.
Right.
But I will say this. I am confident that any of those four people become the nominee, we have a great chance of beating the Democrats.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it here. I do think there are weaker links of the four, but I think we have good candidates. And I will say that John James would be a worthy candidate.
I think so. I mean, I know he's had his. This might work from here, but I know he had his issues with just not being very out there and very visible.
He's
That's
not
where
that accessible. His votes in Congress are wonky and whatever. It's easy to produce that information, but I did propose a question, and John was gracious and took everybody's questions. There weren't a whole lot of us there. Hank probably, yes, he endorsed John James, but I think the Farm Bureau has endorsed John James, and Hank Choate plays a big role in the Farm Bureau organization.
I bet he does.
By the way, I Gemini'd the largest private landowner in Jackson County.
Yeah,
I was shocked.
Yeah,
Choate Farms.
I believe. I hardly believe it.
Hank owns more property than the rest of them.
Really?
I knew he wasn't messing around, but I didn't know that.
I don't know why this isn't working. So we're just. I'll keep working on it. If we get by the end of the show, it'll be awesome. But
we're did we start late?
What time is it?
21.
Oh, let me look at the official timer. The official timer puts us at 1:15. 1 hour 15 minutes.
Oh. I can't think of too much more to talk about.
I don't think. The only thing I was going to touch on.
announcements
with the data center thing is, like I said, I felt the pressure to come up with an official opinion on it. Not like I'm going to put something like a news press out because no one cares. But you nailed it perfect. My whole idea is they're going to happen. I don't care.
If you're worried about the surveillance state, they're going to happen somewhere else.
Yeah, if God himself could come down and say, no data centers, and data centers would be like, shh, and they figure it out. At this point, we have to have them to continue and to live the way we do and advance any technology. I get it. Okay. So they're fine if they're put in the right position and regulated correctly, which is exactly what you touched on. If it's in a heavy industrial park where there's plenty of space,
would allow a heat treat plant to be in,
let them go. I mean,
you ever seen a foundry? They're nasty and dirty.
Yeah, and what does it take away? It doesn't take anything away from your average citizen. Now, be like, what about the energy costs? If they come in there, no, wait a minute, no, that's not good. That doesn't make any sense. So you're telling me they're going to take more energy, so it's going to cost you more? No. Like you had mentioned with the water situation, if more people hook up to sewer, your rates go down.
Yeah.
If 100 people are hooked up to sewer, it's the same as if one entity is equal to 100. Your rates are going to go down. That's the way economics work. What's up, douchey Nazi?
Screws up is so there are laws that say energy companies cannot you increase rates on the ratepayers to accommodate large development. They have to figure this out on their own, together, whatever. Now, it's easy not to believe that because when Consumers Energy goes and raises our rates 2 months ago, and the minute it gets approved, they announce another rate increase. It's hard to convince people that isn't the reason why.
Right.
And so I told the Consumers Energy lady, y'all got to do a better job of selling this. It ain't my job to sell it. It ain't my job.
Right.
I can sit there on that board and say no all day long. I can say no and risk lawsuits and everything else. Then you're going to recall me because we're under a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. That's going to bankrupt the township.
Yeah.
It's a catch-22.
Yeah, you can't win. You can't win.
Lyons Township? Oh, I feel sorry for those 7 people. But then again, I'll tell you one thing about recalls. Not only you can recall for any reason, but you also have to find the candidates to run against those people that you're recalling.
Oh, yeah. You have to replace them.
People aren't knocking down the door to serve on these boards.
No, definitely not. Because of this reason.
Reasons like this, right?
Yeah.
Right. It's not simple. It's easy to complain and be mad at us, but it's a pickle that we're in constantly.
I think I got the video up. Let's see what it does. We'll see. Oh, it's really tiny. Why are you so small? Hold on. So we're not hearing it, but I think they're hearing it. I don't know what's going on. Facebook does not like to cooperate with streaming.
You needed to pre-download. So like your other show, you have them all pre-downloaded.
Yeah, and especially with Facebook, because the only time I really use any Facebook clips is with my co-host Friday. She'll send me stuff, but I have to handle them a specific way, or it's just garbage.
That being said, not maybe perfect timing for this. You are selling ad spots for this show and all the other shows.
Yes, and those are easy to do.
And there are slots available.
Uh-huh.
And you're also selling, you have a little bit of time available for studio time.
I will make more time. I mean, I have my show.
So
I have this show.
If you want to come in and do a 30-minute podcast, you can do it. 15.
If you want to come in and do a 30
hour and a half, 2 hours.
I don't care. I will make the time. The only time that I'm really obligated is the 2 to 1 or 3:30 here, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 2 until 5 on my main show. So guess what? I'll come here at 2 a.m. if we have to.
Get a hold of Kevin if you want to do your own show or
do
an audio clip for your ads, political.
And I'll work with any budget.
By the way,
budget.
I didn't write it on my list, but Jackson GOP has access to a company that makes yard signs, political yard signs, any yard signs, and they provided several hundred yard signs to Tawn Bellinger, candidate for state senate. And so any size campaign, it could be the Mike Rogers campaign, they would be happy to provide an awesome price and provide those yard signs. So that is called Yard Sign LLC.
Yardsignsales.com.
That's it. You know, somebody on Facebook goes, "What's the name of it?" That's the name.
1-888-376-4037. They used to be. They were an advertiser. I haven't gotten a hold.
He probably hasn't paid.
Well, I haven't got a hold of him either. You know, he's tough to get a hold of sometimes.
All right, you want me to go through these announcements?
Yeah, I'll pull up the website too. Right. I know I can do that.
June 27th, this next Saturday, is a door knock day for Rep. Kathy Schmaltz in House District 46 that covers a big portion of Jackson. We love the Kathy. We're trying to make sure she wins her race again for a third term. She does have a worthy opponent. We cannot sit on our asses and do nothing. We need you to come out and help Kathy. That is this upcoming Saturday, the 27th at 10 a.m. And you can go to jacksongop.org and it's on there. But I'm going to tell you right now where the meeting place is.
Yeah, where's that?
Best Buy.
Oh, that's a good place.
Best Buy. It says RSVP to find out where to meet. It's at Best Buy. I don't know if I'd have met Best Buy. That's a big parking lot. You know, I'd go. Can you feed some people? But anyways,
yeah. Well, there's some restaurants around there. I mean,
well, I'm sure they have donuts and bagels and all that.
Yeah, I'm sure people will.
If I would knock doors to the east and then wrap up and have wings at Rocky Top. That's what
that's a good idea.
That's awesome.
Now I want Rocky Top wings real bad.
Anyways, June 27th, Kathy Schmaltz door knock day. There will be more of them, but please don't miss this one. July 6th is a big day for the Republican Party. It is the birthday of the Republican Party, which was born right here in downtown Jackson.
There was.
Under the Oaks. We will be celebrating this occasion Monday, July 6th, 5 o'clock.
Here it is right here. There's the flyer right there.
Under the Oaks. Yep. So I'm going to forget. I didn't write down.
I like that flyer, by the way.
So that flyer, our headliner is candidate for U.S. Senate, Mike Rogers. But the speakers, I'm going to miss someone. Sonny Reddy, co-chair of the Michigan Republican Party. He's going to be here. Judge Michael Warren. For Michigan Supreme Court. Is going to be here and on the show that day.
On
our show.
That's that day.
So Michael Warren, boy, if I'd have missed him, Amber would be so mad. But anyways, Judge Warren will be here for Michigan Supreme Court. Let me think else. Hold
on, I'll make it bigger for you so you can read the.
The people aren't on there.
Yeah, they are. They're not on the flyer, but they're in the paragraph right next to it.
Our good friend and fellow podcaster James Dixon will be here.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I like
the James Dixon podcast. And then our other good friend from 10X Votes, Lance Griffin, will be here. He's a speaker. Justin Griffiths for
Lance will be on
State House. Lance, I don't have Lance written down here, but Lance is scheduled.
It does.
We'll figure that out in a minute.
Yeah, that should be full screen on your monitor, by the way, now, so you can read that article, that part.
Sonny Reddy, Lance Griffin, James Dixon. So you don't have everybody. For Michigan State Senate, Tawn will be here. For State House 447, Justin Griffin, and our good friend Brian Ignatowski. He's running for state representative in District 48. He will be here. And just announced yesterday, Dr. Linda Lee Tarver will be here.
Got it.
And I've known Linda Lee Tarver for a long time. She reached out and she wants part of it. So that is quite the diverse group.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's it's going to be.
Did you see? That's pretty diverse.
Yeah, we got Mike Rogers, Tawn.
It's not stacked with a bunch of white people.
Well,
trying to be more inclusive.
Yeah.
Anyways, you see that? 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. I like that flyer, by the way.
By the way, you can Google where Under the Oaks is. There's an address to that place.
Is there?
Well, it's like 418 Franklin or something.
Yeah, it's on the corner of 2nd and Franklin.
You drive down Franklin.
Yeah, you'll see it.
Google Under the Oaks. Your GPS will take you right to it.
Yeah, and there's a big old rock. There'll be a bunch of people.
There'll be a bunch of people. So that is the next event coming at us really fast, July 6th.
Yeah, that's real soon.
July 8th, 2 days later. Jackson County, Livingston County GOP, Washtenaw GOP, Ingham County GOP. I think Kalamazoo got in on this, and a couple of the congressional district GOPs got in on this. We're doing a fundraiser for our buddy Doug Lloyd.
We love Doug.
And our friend Anthony Ferlini.
We love Anthony.
At a winery in Stockbridge.
Yeah.
So wherever that is, I've never been to the winery.
Me neither, but there's so many wineries anymore.
By the way,
how much water do you think a winery takes?
Just grapes.
You know how much water it takes to grow grapes? A lot. Anyways, it doesn't matter.
A lot of them went, yeah.
Yeah, they take a lot of water.
But anyways, it's funny. Each host is supposed to bring an hors d'oeuvre or a passing dish. And Judy says, I'm going to make my wonderful homemade deviled eggs.
Everybody's going to be farting.
Like, I love deviled eggs. And somebody else, another volunteer, it's at a winery. We can't serve deviled eggs.
Why not?
Okay. We're all like, why not? Deviled eggs go with everything. And then the person really putting this on is Deb Drick out of Livingston County. She listed what food they were providing. Hot dogs.
Hey.
It's a cookout at a winery.
Right.
So I was quick to announce, the deviled eggs is a great idea. So they're serving hot dogs, hamburgers, and yummy deviled eggs and things like that. And I think Judy's bringing some sort of tortilla dip chip, something. Karen's bringing something. Everybody's bringing something. It'll be wonderful food. Right. It'll be wonderful food.
By the way, a fully trestled vine of grapes, which I think is just, like a good chunk of grapes, 8 to 10 gallons a day. A day. So that's what, 360,000 gallons a year?
If you're growing 300 acres of them damn grapes.
Yeah. Anyways, that's
a lot of water. A lot of water, which takes energy to run the sprinklers.
Yeah. I mean, would I rather have a winery or a data center?
People like wine.
Yeah. And people.
Better than data.
But people also enjoy watching 4K buffering video.
You like to Google what foods pair with wine, don't you?
Yeah, I don't know anything about wines. I was watching the movie.
Apparently, hot dogs and deviled eggs goes with wine now.
I watched the movie the other day, and there's like it was in England, and like a more upper class guy came into like a little podunk bar, and he goes, "What's your wine selection?" And the bartender goes, "We have red and white."
We used to have a bar like that.
Yeah, we do.
By the way, you have to imagine that Judy's deviled eggs are delicious.
I've never had anything from Judy that wasn't.
No. By the way, have you ever had a bad deviled egg? Well, if I had, I got sick afterwards. But eating at the time, they're always
in the moment. No,
they're always delicious.
No, in the moment, I've never.
I'm sure Judy's deviled eggs are great. So
I'm sure they're good.
Forward to the deviled eggs,
deviled eggs, and hot dogs, dude. That's gonna be a gassy event. Gassy event.
The fundraiser for Doug Lloyd and Perlini, July 8th.
Yes,
I think that's at 5:00.
According to the flyer, it says 6 to 9.
6 to 9. All right. Then, July 13th, right here in the Jackson GOP headquarters, we are doing a fundraiser for Anthony Perlini, and I am one of the hosts. Is there a list of hosts on there? There is.
Yes. I'll make it bigger for you.
Make it bigger.
Yes, sir.
So I'm a host.
Oh, that's not it. Projector, that guy. Oops. Buttons. There it is.
So who's the host?
It's still kind of small.
I'm a host.
Jack GOP, Mark Cho.
No, that's Hank. Hank's a host.
Hank Cho, sorry.
Campaign manager Amy Hawkins, Sarah Leitner, Kathy Schmaltz, the sheriff Gary Schutte.
The sheriff
is a host. And then former state rep Julie Alexander. Yeah. We're all hosts. Yeah. We're going to try to raise some money for Anthony Perlini for Secretary of State. Very important that we win that.
Yes.
And it takes money to win elections. So that is the 13th here in the Jackson GOP. Whatever, 5:00, 5:30, something like that. Go to jacksongop.org to find out more.
Yeah.
And then July 14th,
14th.
Oh my God, I'm getting tired already.
You know what? You don't even know this. The title of today's episode, Busy July.
It is busy.
Because I heard you talk about Saturday, and I'm like, there was half of, most of this wasn't
this. They threw another one at me last night.
Yeah?
So anyways.
Never ends.
Ignite the Impact. Can you bring that one up, Kevin?
Yeah. I think I seen it somewhere.
It's got that fancy flyer that you like that Chris made. Then you don't always like Chris.
I don't see it up anymore.
There's no way he'd have taken that down.
Unless
that's his baby.
It's not on the website.
Oh my God.
Maybe he listened to me.
Call to the Chris. What is
all the new stuff is up, but I remember the Ignite the Impact.
The Impact is July 14th right here at the Jackson GOP headquarters. I don't know what damn time it is. But what it is for precinct delegates and volunteers and whoever wants to come up here and celebrate 10x votes. 10x votes. It's like a 10x party. And Lance Griffin is going to be here that day on the show. We're moving that show from Monday to Tuesday. He's going to be on the Stick the Plan podcast at 2 o'clock. And then immediately after that, we're going to have the Ignite the Impact
I don't need that up.
Presentation. That's the 14th. So
I was looking for that flyer. I think you sent it to me.
So I think this was plopped on me yesterday. Jackson GOP Women's Coalition. Yeah. Yep. I think that's the regular. That's on the website. Jackson GOP is launching a women's coalition, a little club for the women to get together and raise money, have a good time, and probably drink wine.
I don't see that on the website either, by the way.
What the hell's going on?
I don't know. This is what I see on the website. I've got Super Saturday with Kathy. We got the birthday party, Doug Lloyd and Forlini's wine date. Forlini's.
We got time to announce that.
And then the only one you haven't talked about is the JXN Business Leadership Council. Other than that, there's nothing else.
That's coming up now. So the 14th.
This is July 30th from 11 to 1.
Okay.
The round table.
I'm not done talking about the women's coalition.
Okay, I said that flyer's not up.
So I wrote that down. I just mentioned the date.
Oh.
Anyways, we're starting a women's coalition.
Okay.
I'll get it on the website. Oh, that's July 22nd, 6 to 8. $15. They're feeding people. And then business coalition is roundtable, small business coalition roundtable, July 30th. Right here at the Jackson GOP headquarters. That's at lunchtime. That's sponsored by Kathy Schmaltz. And we want to connect with small business leaders throughout Jackson County to ask them, what can we do to help you? That's July 30th, Business Roundtable. We do not have Under the Oak Speaker Series guests lined up for July. I'm working on it. If not, we have enough to do. But I'm going to try to do that. July 6th, on the Under the Oaks Day, Judge Warren will be on our show at 2 o'clock, and then he's going over to Under the Oaks to do a presentation for us then. We do have, let's see here. We have District Court judges Nicole Hughes booked to be on the show. Did I not write that down right? July. Anyways, I got a pre-booked show. I didn't write down the date for Nicole Hughes. July 11th.
Yep.
July 11th. Nicole Hughes will be a guest on our show, and I'm going to try really hard to get Jared Hopkins in here to be a guest on the show in April.
Oh yeah,
or in July. Both of them are candidates for Jackson County's District Court. Yep. They are not running against each other; it's separate seats. So that's all that. I think that's all I got. And let me tell you, that means I'm missing something too.
Yeah,
because that's way too much. I told Karen today. I said. We're busy. I don't know how. I got lake boating to do and stuff like that. So
lake boating,
yeah. I can't be messing around here. What else you got, Kevin? Anything?
I had something that I was going to mention, but I don't remember what it was. It was about this show. But guys, I never really mentioned, make sure you like, follow, and hit that repost button for us.
That's right.
Help the channel to grow. I remember what it was. And I don't have the link now. But the JXN GOP has a Rumble page that needs followers.
Oh.
And we've been posting the Under the Oaks of that as well as the YouTube. Just type in JXN GOP in your search bar. You'll find it.
I bet you those events not visible on the website or on the calendar that's on the website.
Maybe.
But people hate that calendar.
I almost pulled up the calendar Saturday when we were talking with John. And when I pulled it up, it's not very presentable, we'll call it.
We do have a calendar, everything listed on there. We got Kareem handling that. I guess Zoho, that's the calendar they give.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
And I'm like, can we put another calendar on? And I'm being told, no, that's a calendar that you're stuck with. But I am going to suggest that the Women's Coalition and the Unite the Impact needs to be right on the main frame of the website.
Yeah, I wouldn't see why not. I'm trying to find.
All right.
I
haven't checked it out yet.
Give me one.
But we're done next week.
Yes.
Do we have a guest next week?
I don't know. Do we?
What's the date? It's not the 6th yet. We don't have one lined up, so I got to line one up, or it's just you and I again.
We'll figure it out.
Okay, we're out.
Yeah, we're out of here, guys. Make sure you like, follow, and repost for us. That's very big. And other than that, we'll be back next Monday doing something, I guess. And it's every Monday at 2:00, by the way, is when we broadcast. I'm just waiting for the outro to load, and there it is, right there.
You've been listening to Grandma's Boy Media Production.
Regardless, we're out of here, guys.
Welcome to the Stick to the Plan podcast. Michigan's elite political podcast is about to begin, live from the birthplace of the Republican Party.